In this video, we're going to take a look at an edited version of one of my monthly live Zooms that I do on the first Monday of the month with my Stanton Moore Drum Academy members. So as a member, you get to participate in this Zoom and ask me questions and interact, and sometimes I'm demonstrating on the drums. Sometimes we're talking about more career stuff or some of the practical issues that we encounter as drummers. So as a member of the Drum Academy, you get access to all of my educational materials, all the courses, the ebook, and all of the different PDFs that I write, but you also get access to me through the forum and also in these monthly Zooms that we do. If you want to join Stanton Moore Drum Academy, I'm offering a special rate, and you can take advantage of that by just clicking the link in the description. So I hope you enjoy taking a look at this, and I hope that you come away with some useful information. Please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that like button and drop a comment or a question, because I'm always looking at those. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy.
I've got stacks of exercise books and including your book, which is great. I'm finding that just putting on a tune like It Ain't Over Till It's Over, Lenny Kravitz, just playing along with that, and I've got it on Spotify, and the next song that comes up is typically a song that is in that same kind of feel, same kind of groove. Just wondering, to what extent should I be focusing on those exercises, or devoting time to those exercises versus just playing along with Zorro or whoever it is?
To just point this out, the drums on It Ain't Over Till It's Over, that's probably Lenny. Lenny played drums on a lot of his records, and quite a really good drummer, actually. That song, for those who may not be familiar, is a 16th note in the lead hand groove, right? And it's challenging, right? So if you have no problems playing that, then great. But I'm gonna be honest, Martin, I had to work on that. That was not one of my strong suits. And so I wrote out a course, the 16th note funk course. I would suggest working on that, because it's designed to not just be a bunch of innocuous exercises. It's designed to get you to the point where you can play those songs, right? So you may want to just address the songs, sure, but spend some time looking at and working through that course as well, and I think it's going to help. And I've discussed this before. It's like I came up playing rudimental stuff and New Orleans funk, and both of those things are hand to hand. So then I got to, I don't know, I was probably in my 30s before I realized, well, shit, if somebody calls a 16th note funk tune, if I was 25 years old and somebody would have called that tune, and I wouldn't have been able to play it. So I started realizing I got to get this together, and it's a skill that you need to get together. So things you can do is you could put on It Ain't Over Till It's Over, put it on YouTube, because in YouTube with the settings wheel, you can slow it down. So there's no shame in setting it to 50% if you have to play it clean. And then each day, try to increase it a little bit, right? And what's so cool about that, as opposed to like working through the course, is you're actually playing to the feel. Another challenging 16th note tune is Funky Drummer, right? So what good is it shedding Funky Drummer to a metronome, and then your feel feels like doo-doo, right? I highly recommend shedding to the record and slowing it down. That's going to make you be listening to the feel, even if you're playing it slower. Then by the time you get it up to tempo, then you're going to have that feel and the sound and the dynamic balance, right? Because you don't want to play that song, since you talked about that song, let's stay on topic with that. If you play those hi-hats too straight and too loud, it ain't over till it's over. Well, your time playing with that band is going to be over.
Right. Or if you're hitting it with the shoulder versus the tip, I mean, there's so many ways you can hit the hi-hats that will change the sound.
Exactly. And if you play it too straight or if you play it too swing, right? So you're really working on the feel, and that's important because a lot of the stuff that we're talking about is in between straight and swing. And then even if you are getting close to tempo, sometimes I still back it up just to like clean it up, and I'll back it up to 50% and make sure that it's super clean. That's a great question, Martin, and that was, I'm glad that you brought that up.
There was a great quote that helped me a lot from Philly Joe Jones. He said, "Don't just kind of know the song, know the fucking song." That's the direct quote. And what I started to do was for a certain, especially like I'm playing in a jazz quintet with a vocalist, and there's a lot of the American songbook standards. I will start to learn off the record the solos so I can sing them. Yeah. And that has helped my trading fours immensely and my soloing. Yeah. I know a drummer, he lives in Portland now, named Nick Salme, who could sing almost every solo off classic Miles, Horace Silver, Hank Mobley, and his drumming, he said, just went to places he never dreamt of.
And that's great advice, Barry. And also, Art Blakey said, learn the lyrics. If you're singing the lyrics to the song, you're not going to play something unmusical. Peter Erskine, even, I just saw him recently. I did a drum festival in Belgium, and Peter was on it. And Peter played a recording, and it was swinging out, and he played along, and he got to the solo, and he played Freddie's solo on the drums. So then he turned off the recording, and then he like traded fours with himself, and he was just thinking melodically, right? And what that does is it just makes your drumming, you're thinking more melodically. You're not thinking drum licks. You're thinking music.
And for me, dynamics changed immensely when I started to do that.
That's a fantastic thing to bring up, Barry. Thank you for bringing that up. I say this, and you've all heard me say this, but I work a lot, right? And I work with a lot of different people. And I've never had anybody I've ever played with say, "Hey, can you play faster?" Or, "Hey, can you play louder?" Now, they might say they want the song to be faster, but at no time has anybody ever said, "Hey, last night was great, but tonight, could you play the fills that you play? Could you play faster fills?" Or, "Hey, last night, it was cool. I could tell where the one was the whole time, but tonight, just for shits and giggles, could you play some complicated stuff that makes the whole band guess where the one is?" Never. Learn the song. You won't go wrong, right? You're going to work more. You're going to have more fun. You're going to play more music with more people. Only drummers care about fast or complicated drumming. Thanks for tuning into this discussion. Hopefully you got some useful information out of it. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit that like button, drop a comment or ask a question. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. See you down the line.